Hi, a good day to you all. We are going to the next stanza. We have already discussed the way of life by the villagers and how they are making how they desire to make an extra money out of this roadside stand, and the difference between the rural people and the city people, how richness blind the city people, and what are the produce they keep in the roadside stand. So now we are moving to the next stanza. I hope you all have the text with you. Please go through the text and make notes listening the class. You have the money, but if you want to be mean, why keep your money this closely and go along? The hurt to the scenery wouldn't be my complaint, so much as the trusting sorrow of what is unsaid. Here, far from the city, we make our roadside stand and ask for some city money to feel in hand, to try if it will not make our being expand and give us the life of the moving pictures promise that the party in power is said to be keeping from us. So, what is being discussed in this stanza? We are going to analyze. Now, this stanza becomes a kind of dramatic monologue where the farmer himself, the owner of the roadside stand himself, is talking. Okay, he is he is in a dialogue, he is talking to himself. He tells that you have the money. He is telling this to the rich travelers who are going on the road in big vehicles, who are very rich, who don't look at them, who are thinking like they are destroying the beauty of the mountain, who are thinking that they are illiterate, their boards are written wrong. So they never think about the life of these villagers, and this is not for the livelihood they are doing this. They of course have some sort of um, you know um, ways to live, but it is to earn an extra amount so that enjoy the extravagance or the happiness, the pleasure of city life that they enjoy, like going an extra pleasure of going to movie or uh, buying some new clothes, rich clothes. So that is why they are here to in this roadside stand. So now they are asking, you have the money, but if you want to be mean, if you want to be mean means if you want to be unkind, if you want to and if you want not to spend money on us, because everybody is traveling without attending these people, without looking at them, or without any concern for them at all. So they are seeing this attitude of rich people for many days, and these people are, this farmer is telling that if you want to be mean, if you want to be unkind, if you want to be very you know don't want to spend on us, you have the money, we know that you have the money, but you don't want to spend the money on us by buying the products from us. So you, if you want to be so unkind like this, you keep that money and go away. Why keep your money this closely? So this man is getting annoyed, angry way he is asking the people who are traveling on the road without heeding any attention to this roadside stand, to go away, go along, go, move along, you move along. Why keep your money and move along? So, if you have the money and you have no intention to spend the money on us, keep your money and go along. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് പൈസ ഉണ്ട്, വാങ്ങാൻ ഇഷ്ടമില്ല, പോയിക്കോ, നിങ്ങൾ പോയിക്കോ. And there is an annoyed, that angry we can see in this dialogue of farmer. He is telling himself, the hurt to the scenery wouldn't be my complaint. He tells that A traveler, he tells traveler to hold his money if he wishes. That is okay. Okay, but this hurt to the scenery wouldn't be my complaint. I will not complain about the way you are ignoring the scenery, the beauty of the mountain. So people are here to enjoy the beauty of the mountain. Some people will never enjoy even the beauty of the scenery of the place, and like they ignore the farmer, they ignore the scenery also. So that is another a big blow to them. How can these rich people travel without even looking at those beautiful mountains? So the hurt to the scenery wouldn't be my complaint, but I don't complain on how you are neglecting this beautiful scenery, this beautiful place, so much as the trusting sorrow of what is unsaid. As I am sorrowful, I am sad of this trusting sorrow. So here again, this trusting sorrow suggests the trust they had, the desire they had on these people, that they thought that they will buy something. So that hope of farmers of getting some extra money by selling their products. So it was their hope, but they are breaking that hope. Nobody is looking at them. They are nobody is buying anything from them. So much as the trusting sorrow of what is unsaid. So this unsaid pain of not selling, not able to sell anything is more um, more sorrowful than they neglect this scenery, or they neglect the roadside stand. It is the trust, it is the breaking of the trust, because they had trust in this rich man. അവർ വിശ്വസിച്ചിരുന്നു. അവർ ഈ പൈസക്കാരൊക്കെ ഇങ്ങനെ പോവാണ്, വലിയ കാറിലൊക്കെ പോവാണ്, അവരുടെ അടുത്ത് പൈസ ഉണ്ട്. They believed that they would buy something from these people, farmers. But that breaking of trust is what is more pathetic than any of this, any than they ignore their roadside stand. This unsaid truth, this unsaid truth. What is the unsaid truth? The breaking of their trust. What was their trust? They trusted these rich people to buy their products. So they hoped. So they broke their hope of selling their products and getting some benefit out of it. So nothing is happening. So that trusting sorrow, that is more important, that is more sadder than ignoring their roadside stand or this scenery. That is more pathetic. Here, far from the city, we make our roadside stand and ask for some city money to feel in hand, to try if it will not make our being expand and give us the life of the moving picture's promise. So, of course, they built this particular shop to make some city money, because city people are traveling through the road, and they hoped these people will spend some money on them, so they will feel the city money, an extra money. They are getting an extra money, so that they will have an extravagance, they will have an extra pleasure in their life, and ask for some city money to feel in hand, to try if it will not make our being expand. So they wanted to expand their lives like city people do, like the pleasures of city people. We wanted to expand our happiness. കുറച്ചും കൂടെ എൻജോയ് ചെയ്യുക ലൈഫ്, കുറച്ചും കൂടെ ദിവസവും കിട്ടുന്നത് മാത്രം ഉപയോഗിച്ച് ജീവിക്കുന്ന അല്ലാണ്ട് കുറച്ചും കൂടെ ഒന്ന് നല്ല ഡ്രസ്സ് ഇടുക, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കുറച്ച് എക്സ്ട്രാ വേക്കൻറ്റ് കുറച്ച് സ്പെൻഡ് ചെയ്യുക അവനവന് വേണ്ടി. So that is not possible if you have limited amount, and in which you have to take care of all the matters of the house. But if you have more money, you can enjoy some extravagance, some luxury in your life. So that is what they are asking about. and to try if it will not make our being expand and give us the life of the moving pictures promise. So they have seen pictures, they have seen films, cinemas, where this city people live very pompously, very luxuriously, and they wanted to live like that. So film is always mm, an inspiration for the poor people, for the common man. We always dream, we always imagine according to the films. All our narratives, all the stories have been built by actually films. We want to live like, we want to live a hero or heroine in the movie. But that is not possible without money. So if you want to enjoy some of the luxuries in your life, you must have money. That is the whole point. So the farmer tells that if you spend some money, some rich money on us, we can also enjoy life like we have seen it in movies. So that is not happening here. That the party in power is said to be keeping from us. So always, all the political leaders have promised farmers that they will bring development, they will bring more money to them, and they can lead a good life like they see it in movies. സോ അത്ര നല്ല ലൈഫ് ഒന്ന് കുറച്ചുകൂടെ നന്നായിട്ടൊന്ന് ജീവിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് അവർ, they have built this roadside stand, but nobody is buying anything. That is the saddest part of it. So I think we'll continue the next stanza in the next video, so that it'll be easier for you to follow. Okay, just go through the lines. If anything, any mistakes, any doubts that you have, please get back to me. So I think I have explained each line. It is easy to understand. It is from the farmer's point of view that we are listening this particular stanza. After that, we'll go on to the poet's own views. Okay, thank you so much.